Hello. Morning, everyone. I hope you had a decent holiday and you're ready to start today's lesson. I hope you can see. Can you see my screen? Can you hear me? Okay. So, today I want us to look at our target customers' pain points. Yeah, we're almost done with psychographics. I think by the next lesson we'll be done with psychographics. So last week we looked at how to turn one problem into 21 different types of content. We said you can take one of your target customers' problems and talk about the same problems in funny ways, in emotional ways, in educational ways, in story driven ways, over and over and over again, because that is what will attract your target customers. Your target customers have problems that they want solved. Yeah. So that is what is bringing them online in the first place. And then we said you can create content based on the 3 types of pains that our target customers are experiencing at any one time. There are pain-based problems, desire-based problems, and fear or risk-based problems. And then in addition to the pain-based problems, the desire-based problems, and the fear risk the fear or risk-based problems, we also said that we need to find out what problems our target customers are experiencing during every stage of their journey, of their customer journey. What problems are they experiencing during the pre-awareness stage? What problems are your target customers experiencing when they're at the awareness stage? What problems are they experiencing when they're at the consideration stage? What problems are they experiencing when they're at the conversion stage? And what problems would they be experiencing when they're at the referral or loyalty stage? And I shared with you a prompt that we can use to generate. I don't know if I sent this prompt to the group, but I will send it. Let me copy it now. And I will send it to the group. But I can also post it here in the chat. To help you find your target customers' problems at each stage of their buyer's journey. So I've copied the prompt for you to help you find your target customers' problems at every stage of the buyer's journey. So the prompt is in the chat, but I will also send it to the WhatsApp group as well. So then now what I want us to do is learn how to find our target customers' pain points. We found our target customers' problems. Now we need to find our target customers' pain points. Yeah. So let's look at what pain points are. Yeah. A lot of people confuse problems, your target customers' problems, and your target customers' pain points. A lot of people think those two things are the same, but they are not. And don't lump them together, because if you lump them together, you are shortchanging yourself as far as the amount of content that you can create. You can create a different set of content from your target customers' problems, and you can create an entirely different set of content from your target customers' pains. And in fact, your target customers' pains could even be more effective. Yeah, creating content based on your target customers' pains could be more effective than creating content based on your target customers' problems. Both are important, but sometimes content that is created based on your target customers' pains tends to convert better, and I'll explain why. So, your target customers' pain points, they are not the same as your target customers' problems. They sound similar, but they are not. Problems is the actual situation, the actual conditions, the actual facts that your customer is dealing with. Problems are objective and they're sometimes even obvious. So, let's look at some examples of customer problems to help you understand the difference between problems and pain points. Common problems, like let's say me, who's a digital marketing coach. Some of the problems that my target customers would be experiencing, which is you, the business owners, some of the problems that the business owners that I want to train could be experiencing is these business owners don't know how to create a content plan. And because they don't know how to create a content plan, they end up posting randomly with no structure or goal. That's a problem. These business owners that I am trying to reach, they have zero engagement on social media. Yeah, that means their likes, their comments, and their shares are consistently low. These business owners that I'm trying to reach, they don't know who their target audience is, which means their messaging is unclear and it attracts the wrong people. These business owners, most of them don't have a personal or business brand, which means they do not have a clear logo, they do not have a clear voice, they do not have proper brand colors set or a consistent look across all platforms. Their Instagram or Facebook page hasn't grown in months. They are posting every day, but they are not getting clients. They rely on word of mouth. These are problems that a business owner who is struggling to market themselves online might experience. A common sets of problems that a photographer might solve. Your target customers have no high quality photos for their business or brand, which makes their website or social media look unprofessional or inconsistent. These your target customers, they are launching a product, but they don't have product photos. The items they want to sell are ready, but they have no clear images or to post or print. Your target customer is getting married, but they don't have a photographer booked. Your target customer, they took DIY photos and they didn't like the results. That's a problem. Your target customer, you who's a photographer, they want family portraits, but don't know how to pose or capture them well. So every photo they take at home looks awkward or off. These are common problems that a photographer might solve. Common problems that an Ankara seller might solve. Customers can't find unique or stylish African wear in their size, which means that ready-made options don't fit well or they feel too generic. That's a problem that an Ankara seller can solve. Your target customers, they want specific outfits they saw on Pinterest or Instagram, but they can't find it in stores. Yeah, they screenshot inspiration, but no one local can make it. Problem. They have an upcoming event, wedding, graduation, baby shower, and they still don't have an outfit. Time is running out and they need a perfect standout look. That is a problem that an Ankara seller can solve. They've been disappointed by fundis who mess up orders or deliver late. Poor communication, bad tailoring, or missed deadlines. These are common problems. They don't know what style suits their body type. They have fabric, but no idea what to make it with. So, common problems that an Ankara seller can solve. A leadership coach. Some of the problems that this leadership coach might help solve. These leadership coaches target customers. They keep getting promoted, but they still feel like they're faking it. Like one day, they'll find out that. So, problems are clear, they are objective, they are facts. They are facts or the conditions that your target customer is experiencing that you can solve with whatever you are putting out there. Yeah, whether it's your product or your service. These are called problems because they are real. You don't need to guess or feel them. They're just facts. They're there. It's a condition. You can prove they are happening. Either with your eyes, by looking, with a clock, by timing, or with a report. And when I say problems are objective, I mean they're usually facts, things that you can observe, measure, or point to. They exist. Whether your target customer wants to admit it or not, these problems exist. Yeah, they don't depend on how someone feels. Yeah, but once you experience that problem starts causing pain. It starts causing frustration. It starts causing stress. It starts causing embarrassment, guilt, fear, overwhelm. That's the emotional layer, and that's the subjective experience. So, your target customers' problems are what brings about their pains. So, you start with your target customers' problems, and then that problem, you dig deeper to find out what pain is this problem generating in my target customers. So, pain points are the actual emotional impact that a problem brings. Pain points are frustrations that the problem is bringing, stress that the problem is bringing, embarrassment that is being brought by the problem, guilt that is being brought by the problem, fear over. So, pains are emotional. Yeah, they are not facts, they are emotional, they are human, and they are urgent. And pain is what motivates people to take action. Pain is what motivates your target customers to take action. That's why at the beginning I said creating pain-based content sometimes in some industries can be more effective than creating problem-based content, because pain is what motivates people to act. So each problem has to be followed up by pain. And one problem can create many different pains. That is why pain points are such a gold mine in marketing. So I want us to look at a few examples of pain. Yeah. Why do your target customers' pain matter in marketing? If you only talk about the problem, then you just sound like a service provider. But if you talk about the pain that the problem is bringing about, you sound like someone who understands. You sound like, I am here to help you. It's not selfish anymore. You're actually trying to help you. And people buy from people who get them. If you show that you understand your target customers, like, I understand the problems that you're going through. And not only do I understand the problems that you're going through, I also understand the pains that are resulting from these problems. Let me show you how my product or service was created to solve these exact pains that are resulting from this problem. And another thing about problem-based content is good. It's very important. It's what starts the buyer's journey. But sometimes people don't even know that they are experiencing a problem. So people don't always act just because they have a problem. Just think about it. You are at home, you have been coughing, you have been blowing your nose. There is something wrong. There is a problem. There is a real problem. But you will not go to the pharmacy or you will not go to the hospital until that problem actually starts causing you all these emotional things that are happening. When that cold starts making it hard for you to sleep, that's a pain that needs to be solved. When that cold frustrates you because you like working out and now you can't work out, because you like swimming but now you can't swim. If that cold is you have to miss work because of your cold, which adds more stress, which adds on more. So pain, the cold itself, you can deal with it. There are people who deal with colds with lemon. You can deal, it's not urgent. But if that problem starts causing pain for you, that is when you will act. And it's the same thing with your target customers. They could be experiencing a big problem. And wanaweza vumilia, and they may not even know that they have a problem until it starts causing pain. So, if you understand what is causing your target audience's pain, then you can trigger them. You need to understand what is causing this problem that is causing. There is a problem. What pain is this problem causing? So in your marketing, you don't stop at identifying your target customers' problems. You go one layer deeper. Yeah? You ask, this pain, what does it mean for my target customers emotionally? And I've said this over and over again. People buy based on emotions. Then they try to justify their purchases with logic. Buying is a very emotional decision. So the pain, you need to know what emotions are my target customers experiencing so that I can trigger them. How these problems that my target customers are experiencing, how are these problems affecting their confidence? How are these problems affecting their energy, their finances, their peace of mind? That is what creates urgency. That is what forces someone to move. So, like, let's say these ones. You see these problems that we looked at. Common problems that an Ankara seller solves. Like this one, they have fabric but no idea what to make with it. This is a problem that someone can live with. I've been gifted fabric, but I just have no idea what to do with it. It is only until the problem becomes urgent that it will force me to look for you, the Ankara seller. So your target customer can vumilia a problem. They can vumilia a problem, but they will only act to look for a solution when that problem starts becoming painful. Yeah, that is what makes content resonate. That's what gets people say, this is exactly what I've been going through. So you need to mirror your target customers' pains in your content, so that when the algorithm shows your content to them, they get it. There is no dilly-dallying, there is no scrolling past. It's like, this is exactly what I've been looking for. Or this page is talking about, not only are they talking about a problem that I'm experiencing, they also seem to know the pains that I am experiencing. Yeah? So, something else you need to know about pain points. We've said that a problem has to be followed up by pains, but you also need to know that a single problem can generate multiple pain points. I think we said this. So, here's a problem. I have applied for 50 jobs and haven't been called for a single interview. One single problem. This one single problem can generate multiple pains. So, for example, I have applied for 50 jobs and haven't been called for a single interview. Pain, possible pains that arise from this problem. I feel like a total failure. So the pain here is this target customer who is looking for a job. So the pain that is resulting from this, I've applied for 50 jobs and haven't been called for a single interview. I feel like a total failure. Shame, low self-esteem. What if I never find a job? Fear, anxiety. I'm wasting my time. This is exhausting. Frustration, burnout. Everyone else is moving on and I'm stuck. Comparison, isolation. Maybe I'm not good enough after all. Doubt, imposter syndrome. How do I face my parents when I have nothing to show? So imagine this is the kind of customer you're trying to attract. The kind of customer that is looking for a job, but they keep applying for jobs over and 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 over again, but they're not getting called for a single interview. That is the problem. From this problem, this is the pain that is arising from this problem. They feel like a total failure. Now they start to wonder, what if they never get a job? They start feeling frustrated because it feels like they're wasting their time. So if you know this, I feel like a total failure. Take your target customer's pains and turn that into content. Yeah? So one single problem can generate multiple pains. And this is why that matters in marketing. When you understand how one problem branches into multiple pains, you suddenly have multiple angles to speak. Multiple angles to speak to as far as your target customer is concerned. You have a deeper connection with your audience. And you will generate a content bank that feels personal and real. Now you're generating content that is based on your target customers' pains, things that they want to solve, because now when they start feeling pain, it's urgent. So if they find you scrolling on social media, or if they come looking for you and they find that not only are you talking about their problems, you're also talking about their pain points. Now it's easier to know you, it's easier to like you, it's easier to trust you. If your target customer comes on your feed and they are watching your content all the way to the end, that means you're speaking to their struggles. It's no longer generic content. It's no longer general content. You're actually creating value in the place that you are marketing. You're creating value in your marketplace. It's not just buy from me, new orders, selling out next week. This is a business that actually knows what I'm going through. And this is a business that actually is showing me how it can help me. So I will keep coming back to your content. I will keep coming back to your content, and eventually I'm going to buy from you because you have shown me that you have understood me. You have understood my problems. You have understood the pains that are coming from that problems. And then you now continue to show me how to deal with the pain and why hiring you or why buying from you is the best option to solve that pain. Yeah. So pains allow you to target emotions. Yeah. And because you have different emotions from one problem, you can have different pieces of content talking about different emotions. Some posts target the self-doubt that is coming from a problem. Some posts target the guilt that is coming from a problem. Some posts target this and that. Same problem, different pain, different emotional triggers. That's how you turn one problem into dozens of content, into many different scripts. You can take one problem and turn it into a series. I'm sure you guys have seen content series. Let's say, like just how you would watch a series on Netflix. There's episode 1. Today, we are dealing with this problem. And then, this is the problem. From this problem, how many emotions or how many pains? Maybe there's guilt, there's frustration. So, in that series, there will be the problem at the center, and then the emotions will be the pieces of content that are generated from this problem. So there are different types of pain points that you need to know. Yeah. And when you know how your customer is feeling, then you can speak directly to your target customer's feelings. So pain points are divided into 4. There are 3 or 4. Let me see. There are emotional pain points. Then there are financial pain points. And then there are process pain points. Process pain points and productivity pain points. So let's look at the different types of pain points that your target customer is experiencing at any one time from a single problem. Number 1, emotional pain points. This is how that problem makes them feel emotionally. Examples of emotional problems: I feel invisible. I am tired of always doubting myself. I feel like a failure even though I work hard. It's lonely doing this alone. I feel like I'm not getting enough. So, emotional pain points are how a problem makes your target customers feel. And this is the most common and the most powerful type of pain point. Remember, your target customer is a real person, and humans are emotional first and logical second. We might think we are making smart, informed decisions, but almost every buying decision starts with a feeling. Yeah? And that feeling is usually an emotional pain. Emotional pain is what gets attention. Yeah? Nobody stops scrolling for we offer 24/7 customer support and a unique onboarding system. But they'll stop for sick of feeling overwhelmed every time you log into your inbox. Emotional pain. Because emotional pain speaks to what they're already feeling but haven't said out loud yet. It's magnetic. So if they're already feeling it and they see it in your content, they will keep coming back to you. They'll keep being drawn to you. So emotional pain is the most important of all the pain points that we're going to talk about. Emotional pain builds connection and trust. When you name someone's emotional experience better than they can, they start to trust you. They start to be, okay, this person seems to know what they're talking about. You become the first brand that actually gets them. And people don't buy from the best businesses. They buy from the ones who understand what they are going through. So emotional pains that your target customers are going through from their problems, very important. Like we've said, people can tolerate a problem for months, even years. Even you can tolerate a sickness for months. But until that sickness starts to actually become a pain is when you go to start looking for a solution, or when you start looking for a doctor. So people can tolerate a problem for months, even years, but they can't tolerate how it makes them feel for long. For instance, you have a website. My website is not getting traffic. That's a problem. But is it urgent? It will only become urgent until this person starts to feel like, hey, I spent so much money on this website, but now it's not doing anything. I feel like I'm wasting money and nobody even knows my business exists. I need to fix this now. Then they start looking for solutions. The website not getting traffic, it's a problem, but it will only start to be urgent when they feel like something's not right. I am wasting money. It's not the broken website that creates action. It's the shame, the anxiety, or the fear that comes with it. That's what pushes people to finally reach out to you. It's not the problem, it's the pain that results from that problem that forces people to look for a solution, to look out for you or something that you can offer. That's why people reach out. That's why people click book or buy. So if you sell skincare, for example, the problem is my skin keeps breaking out. That is straightforward, factual skincare problem. But the pain that arises from this problem, self-consciousness, I feel like everyone is staring at my face. I avoid eye contact in conversations. Embarrassment. I cancel plans when my skin flares up. I spend 30 minutes trying to cover it with makeup. That is pain. Shame. I'm an adult. Why am I still dealing with this like a teenager? Pain. I feel dirty even when I'm not. Pain. Frustration. I've tried so many products and nothing works. I'm wasting money and getting zero results. Insecurity. I don't feel attractive anymore. I hate how I look in photos. So if I speak to this target audience's pain, like someone who's actually feeling like this, they'll start coming across my content and now they're feeling like I actually understand. I'm not just trying to sell them skincare because their skin keeps breaking out. That's not it. I understand that when your skin breaks out, it feels like everyone else is staring at my face. So at the beginning of my ad, or even in my reel, why not have a beautiful girl with pimples on her face walking into a restaurant, but she keeps covering her face, she keeps staring down. And then a big overlay text. Is this you? Do you always feel like everyone is staring at your face because of your skin? It keeps breaking out. That is something someone will pay attention to because it is a pain that they're actually feeling and it is a pain that they want to solve. Show them how you can help them solve these pains. Show them why you created your business is to help them deal with these pains. Show them how you've helped other customers that came to you with these exact pains. And if you don't have those customers, that is how you start offering services for free. You find someone who's experiencing this pain and offer to help them such that now you have proof. You have proof that what you are saying is true. You have proof that, hey, look, I helped this customer. I helped solve his or her pain. I can help solve yours too. That is what makes people take action. So you use emotional pain to show your audience, I see you. I get what you're going through. You're not crazy. You're not alone. I have a solution for you. This solution has helped other people before. I'm not just here to collect your money. I am here to help you. So before people buy from you, they need to feel understood. Not impressed by the quality of your products, not impressed by the nice photo shoot that you have done, which is important. They don't want to be educated, they want to feel understood. And emotional pain is the fastest way to do that because it speaks to what your target customers are feeling, not just what they are doing wrong, which is the problem. How is this problem making them feel? So let's say I'm selling digital marketing training for beginners. I could say, learn how to create content, schedule posts, and run ads. But they've had this before. Now, watch what happens when I use emotional pain instead. Instead of saying, hey guys, I teach you how to create content, I'll teach you how to schedule posts and run ads. That's fine. But what if I actually spoke to the pain that they're experiencing because they don't know how to create content, because they don't know how to schedule posts, because they don't know how to run ads? So instead of just saying, learn how to create content, I speak to their pain. You're posting every day, doing your best, but still you're not getting clients. It's discouraging. And because of that, you start wondering if you're just not cut out for this. You're not the problem. You just have not been taught how to market the right way yet. This way, I've named my target customers emotional pain. I've shown them that I understand their experience, and I've built trust before pitching anything. This is how you begin every video. This is how you begin every voiceover. You start with the emotional pain that your target customers is experiencing. So you use emotional pain to say, you are not alone, my customer. I know what this feels like and I can help. I have something that can help. I have a product that can help. I have a service that can help. I have an offer that can help. That's when people start leaning in. That's when people start listening to what you're saying. That's when they become open. And that's when your solution finally lands. So emotional pain is the most important of all your target customers' pain points. Then there is financial pain points. This problem, almost every problem that your target customer is experiencing has a financial repercussion. And financial pain is not just I'm broke, it's the emotional weight of losing money, wasting money, or being scared to spend again because of past disappointments. It's things like, I can't afford to keep getting this wrong. I've already spent money on this and it didn't work. I want to invest, but I do not want to be taken advantage of. I know I need help, but what if I waste money again? It's fear plus regret plus caution all rolled up into one. Your target customer, wherever they are, even now, even if they are considering you, they have financial pain. They're afraid. They're afraid that they might spend money and it will not work. They're afraid that they will buy from you, order from you, and regret it. And they're trying to be careful. So that is what financial pain is. And there are two types of financial pain. Financial pain can be categorized into two. Past regret. Your target customer, they've paid before and they've got burned. E.g., they paid for a product or service that didn't deliver. So now they are asking themselves, how will you be different? If you're saying your coconut oil is the best, I bought coconut oil like 3 months ago, or I tried shea butter like 3 months ago and it didn't work. So now they're wondering, okay, so you are saying you're the best, but if I pay for this, will it actually work? Past regret. And then the second type of financial pain is future fear. Yeah, wherever your target customer is, they are wondering, this is so expensive. Why is it so expensive? I've never spent this much money before. Or what if I spend money? What if I buy from this person and I end up wasting my money? So this is pre-investment anxiety. They haven't been burnt yet, but they are scared of becoming that person who gets burnt. So they're scared of becoming this person. So it's important to address both of these pain points in your content. and in your marketing. When someone is unsure about buying, they are running two scripts in their head. Can I afford this? Can I afford to waste more money again? If your marketing addresses the pain directly, it gives them clarity they need to say, I'd rather spend once more on something real than keep wasting money on things that don't work. So you need to show, you need to ease your target customers' minds as far as past regret of spending money is concerned and as far as future fear of spending money is concerned. The third type of pain point is time-based pain points. And time-based pain point is when the problem isn't just hard. It's when the problem is taking too long to fix, it is draining too much energy, or when the problem is stealing focus from more important things. It's the pain of because of this problem, I am wasting time and I'm tired of wasting time. Because of this problem, it's taking forever and things are not moving. Because of this problem, I don't have time to figure things out on my own, so now I need help. This problem that I am experiencing is eating up hours that I could be using to grow, rest, or make money. So, time-based problem is important because, again, time is emotional. When people feel like something is dragging on too long, they also feel behind, they feel overwhelmed, they feel stuck, they feel ashamed, they feel doubtful, and eventually they reach a breaking point and say, I just need this fixed now. I need to find a solution. And that's when they come looking for something that you can offer. That is when your offer becomes the obvious choice. So, example of time-based pain. If you sell digital marketing, like for instance, let's imagine I'm selling digital marketing training for beginners. So, if I want to trigger my target customers' time-based pain, I would say something like this. You've spent weeks trying to figure it out all alone. Google, YouTube, guesswork. That's time you could have used to grow your business, land a client, or just breathe. My training program helps you get results faster without wasting time on trial and error. Pain here is I'm tired of taking so long to learn this. So that is how I trigger them into enyewe. I Google, but it's not actually helping me. It's not generating results. If you sell branding services, you've been stuck on what colors to pick for 3 weeks now. Meanwhile, your business is moving, but your brand identity isn't. I help you make clear, fast decisions so you stop wasting time and start showing up professionally. The pain is not having a brand is slowing you down. And so you speak to this you speak your target customer's pain. If you're a photographer, you've been planning this product launch for months, but still don't have photos that represent your brand. Let's change that. One shoot, one day, a full bank of product content done. Pain, because you don't have product photos, which is the problem, then your product launch will be delayed. That is what will make someone spring into action. So, here's how you use time-based pain in your marketing. You call out what your target customers are wasting time on. How long have you been trying to figure this out by yourself? Skincare. How long will you continue to use home remedies and yet the pimples are not going away? Photographer. How long will you continue to take your own pictures? So, you call out what they are wasting time on. Then you describe what they are missing because of it. Because you keep doing your own makeup, here is how you're wasting time. Here is how you're missing out because of you insisting on DIY. So, you call out time-based, you call out what they are wasting time on. Then you describe what they are missing because of it. Then you show how your offer saves time or accelerates results. So that is how you use time-based pain. Time-based pain hits when people are tired of doing everything alone, not seeing progress fast enough, feeling like they're running in circles, trying to figure it out on their own. So if your offer can help them move faster, decide quicker, or free up time, you need to say that clearly in your content. You need to say that clearly in your marketing, and you need to say it often. The last type of pain point, productivity or process pain points. What are productivity or process pain points? These are frustrations that come from things being disorganized, inefficient, repetitive, or unclear. It's not about lack of skill, it's about lack of structure. People here aren't always confused. They're tired of doing things the hard way. Productivity pain doesn't apply to all products or services, but it's especially relevant if the thing that you're selling helps someone get something done, run smoother, or save time or energy. So if you have the product or service that helps your target customers just be more productive, do things better, then productivity pain points, you should be highlighting that in your marketing. You should be showing how your product makes things better. How your product or service helps someone work faster or operate quicker. How your product or service will save them time or energy. Yeah, so that is how you use productivity pain point. It doesn't always apply to every product or every product or service. It works really well in fitness and training, wellness coaching, beauty, because you're helping someone do something more efficiently, better, faster, at less time, using less energy. Now, remember that each problem can generate multiple pains. So you take one problem and generate all the emotional pains associated with that problem. One problem at a time. So I have a prompt that will allow you to find out what your target customers' pain points are. So the prompt that we're going to use is this. So you're going to this is what you're going to feed into ChatGPT. Most businesses stop at identifying their customer problem, but people don't act just because of a problem. They act because of how that problem makes them feel, the pain it causes. Your job is to dig one layer deeper. You're not just asking what's wrong. You're asking, what does this problem cost them emotionally? What are they sick of tolerating? What makes them want to scream, give up, or cry? That's where your content becomes irresistible. I want you to act like a real customer from this target audience. Then you insert your target audience here. And then you tell ChatGPT, I want you to speak from the heart, like you're venting to a close friend. Based on this problem that that my product or service helps solve. And then you insert one customer problem at a time. I want you to go one layer deeper and tell me, how is that problem making my target customer feel? What's the emotional impact? Please generate as many real, raw, human I statements as possible broken into the following categories. 1. Emotional pain points. How does this problem make your customer feel deep down? These are the pains that trigger action, tears, or shame. Focus on emotions like frustration, exhaustion, embarrassment, hopelessness, self-doubt, anger, sadness, shame, defeat, guilt, insecurity, fear, loneliness, jealousy. Goal is to generate at least 50 to 100 I statements that express these inner emotions. Financial pain points. Break this into two parts. We are telling ChatGPT, break this into two parts. Past regret. I've already paid for things that didn't work and now I don't trust anyone. Example, I spent so much money on X product or service and saw zero change. I feel stupid for wasting money on yet another thing. Everything promises results, but nothing ever delivers. And then you tell ChatGPT, in addition to past regret, generate for me future fear that my target customers would have. Then you're telling it to generate for us time-based pain points. These are about how long it's taking, how tiring it is, or how much energy it's draining. Focus on the emotional side of time, not just hours. Then we tell it to generate productivity or process pain points. These are the frustrations about how messy, unclear, or overwhelming the current approach feels. So we are going to copy this prompt and then go back to where we've been doing our research, where we've been carrying out our research, and then we'll paste it there. But now remember, we've said it's one target customer problem at a time. One target customer problem can generate multiple pain points. So you go back to your list, or where you've been doing the psychographic research. We have pain-based problems, desire-based problems, and fear or risk-based problems. So what I mean by treat one problem at a time. So like this one, I am tired of cleaning up balls of hair from the floor. Now we want to find out this problem, how is it making our target customer feel? What pains are resulting from? So insert one target customer problem here. So we'll insert that problem here. I'm tired of cleaning up balls of hair from the floor. I want you to go one layer deeper and tell me, how does this problem, where my target customer is tired of cleaning up balls of her hair from, how does it make my target customer feel emotionally? How does it make them feel financially? How does it make them feel? So let's see what ChatGPT generates for us. It's taking a bit long. Let me refresh. Net is a bit slow today. Let me reopen ChatGPT. Okay, let me copy the prompt again. So we copy the prompt, paste it into ChatGPT. Okay, so it seems like it generated. So our target audience is busy working moms in Nairobi who want their daughter's natural hair to grow healthy and strong. Problem: I'm tired of cleaning up balls of her hair from the floor. So how this problem makes my target customer feel deep down. I feel like I'm failing her every time I see more hair on the floor. It breaks my heart to see her lose confidence because of her hair. So I'm going to copy this. Her emotional pain points. Then what I'm going to tell ChatGPT is, from these emotional pain points, from that one problem. So I'm going to tell ChatGPT, from these emotional pain points, generate 20 content headlines that will allow us to create posts that make our target customer feel seen and understood. This post's headlines should be tied directly to what we are trying to sell or market, which is handmade coconut oil. And then we wait for ChatGPT to generate for us the ideas. Mm-hmm. 20 I see you content ideas. The internet is quite bad today, sorry. So, so it has generated for us content ideas. You're not failing. So you can take each of these ideas and then now tell ChatGPT, take this content idea and generate an Instagram carousel, for instance, and generate an Instagram carousel. The carousel should be 10 slides. The first slide should call out the pain and problem, and then the last slide should be a call to action that encourages the reader to get in touch or to order our coconut oil. And then you wait for ChatGPT to generate for you the content idea. Terrible internet. Let me refresh. Okay, yeah. So this is the Instagram carousel that ChatGPT says. A 10 slide Instagram carousel based on the headline. You're not failing, you just haven't found what works yet. And this is designed to speak directly to moms in Nairobi struggling with their daughter's dry, breaking natural hair, while softly leading them to your handmade coconut oil. So this is the first slide. You're not failing, you're just tired. You're doing your best, and her hair is still breaking. Close up of a broken hair on a comb or floor. Emotional tone. Slide 2. You've tried different oils, leave-ins, routines. Yeah, ChatGPT has refreshed it, so. Wow, today ChatGPT, it's like it's overwhelmed, it's just hanging. Okay, so slide 1, slide 2, You've tried different oils, leave-ins, routines, and every wash day still ends in frustration and tears. And then in that slide, you include a frustrated mom holding her daughter's tangled hair. Slide 3, you don't talk about it, but deep down it hurts. That guilt, the shame, the worry. And then in that slide, there's a mom looking at her daughter in the mirror, concerned. Slide 4, you're not the only one. So many of us grew up like this, and we were never taught what our hair really needs. Flashback visual, maybe a side by side of childhood photo and now. Slide 5, it's not about using more products, it's about using the right one that nourishes, seals, and protects. Our handmade coconut oil is 100% natural. It helps strengthen weak strands and keeps moisture in where it belongs. Less breakage, softer hair, easier detangling, a routine that feels doable. We've seen it change hair and lives, and you don't need a whole new routine, just a jar that finally works. And then slide 9, you're not failing, you're just waiting to find what works. Let this be the thing that finally does. Slide 10, ready to stop breakage? DM us now to order your handmade coconut oil or tap the link in bio to shop. Your daughter's hair deserves this. And then you can even tell it from the emotions, from my target customers' emotions. I want to share a reel or talking head video where you sit and then you record yourself talking. Generate for me 1 minute script. Use very simple English that my target customers will understand easily, and plug in our coconut oil. Do not just sell the oil, show the target customer that we understand the pain and we are here to help. And then it will generate for you a script. Read it, and if it's okay with you, read it out loud and record it. And that is how you end up with many pieces of content. You can take one problem turns into multiple pieces of content in multiple formats. It can be a reel, it can be a carousel, it can even be a quote. So this is the talking head reel. Here's a 1 minute talking head reel script written in very short, directly speaking to moms in Nairobi. You know that feeling when you finish undoing your daughter's hair and there's just hair everywhere, on the floor, on your lap, in the comb. It breaks your heart, but you keep saying, maybe this is just how our hair is. You've tried so many products, but nothing seems to work. Wash days are stressful, detangling is a fight, and your little girl is starting to feel bad about her own hair. But mama, it's not your fault, you're not alone. What our hair needs is love and moisture that stays in. That's why we make our coconut oil by hand. It's pure, no chemicals, just something real that helps stop breakage and keeps your daughter's hair soft and strong. We are not here to sell you magic. We're here to work with you, to help you care for her hair with love. DM us to get your jar or ask any questions. Let's grow her crown together. Same thing. Turn it into a quote. You say, generate 5 quotes that my target customers will resonate with. And then you wait for ChatGPT to generate for you the quotes. So one problem, multiple angles, different pieces of content in different formats. Yeah. So all these problems that we have generated here. And remember, we've generated emotional. We told ChatGPT to generate for us emotional pain points, financial pain points, time-based pain points. And in fact, I even suggest that you take each emotional pain point and generate content from that, instead of lumping them all together. Take each emotional content and tell ChatGPT, from this emotional pain point, generate for me 5 content headlines or 5 content hooks. Yeah, and then ChatGPT will generate for you the content headlines. Yeah, and these are the quotes. If I just want my daughter to love her hair without the pain, tears, or breakage. Every time I see hair on the floor, I wonder if I'm doing something wrong. Her hair is beautiful. It just needs the right care, not a fight. I don't need 10 products. So we can say 5 inspiring quotes, 5 entertaining quotes, 5 funny quotes. Let's see what ChatGPT does that. So it's up to you. Think creatively. If you go on Instagram and notice that, let's say, natural hair, kids. So if you go on Instagram and notice that a lot of people are, is it really wash day? Will this last one more day? Is it really wash day? Is this last one? So find out what types of content are people in my, or is it carousels? Is it reels? Is it single graphics? Is it, and then you create more of that content. So carousel is like, let me see, natural hair. I'm trying to find an example of a carousel. This is a carousel where people can swipe to keep looking at the photos. So look at your industry. What are people posting? Are they posting reels? Are they just posting photos? This is a carousel. Yeah, things that people can swipe, and then create more of that content. Look at the formats that people are posting, and then use your target customers' pains and your target customers' problems to create content that they actually want to see. So that was our class today. Questions, comments? I see there's someone typing. Yes, try it out and let me know how it works. Pain creates some of the best content, even sometimes better than problems. So that is what will make your target audience pay attention, because pain is what actually makes them start looking for a solution. So try it out and let me know how it works out for you. Sawa. Anybody else? Comment, question? Thank you, Ikonya. You have a blessed day too. Naona Bilha is typing. Yeah, very, and they're not the same. So if you treat them separately, you'll have even more content to create. You'll never run out of content. And not just content, it's content that your target customer actually cares about, content that they're interested in. Yeah. So hiyo kitu ya I am posting but not getting engagement. If you do this, create content that your target customers create content that is based on your target customers' pains and problems. You'll start noticing a very, very big difference. Yeah, so thanks so much for the class, and then I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully we'll finish up psychographics in the next one. Thanks so much for coming.